I'm Baldwin Burgess, and I'm here with Daniel Broby. Daniel Broby is my colleague at Silk Invest. How are you doing, Daniel?
I'm doing well.
Great. We're in Monaco at the FundForum International 2013. And today at the FundForum is a day about global growth. And so we've spoken about technology, but we've also spoken about emerging markets and frontier markets. And Daniel just came off his panel session together with other managers and other experts. And what do you take out of this panel? I mean, there was, you get to discuss the whole world. You get to put developing markets, compare them with frontier markets, emerging markets. What's your takeaway?
Well, the mood has changed. We're on a panel on asset allocation, and instead of should we be in frontier markets, the question was, how much should we allocate to it?
I had the same impression. It seems like it's already now a truism, and now people are starting to scratch their heads, say like, so how do we do this? And then there's the typical topics like, should we go benchmark or active? What about the liquidity? Where did that go?
Sure. Well, this question came up, and certainly the passive fees were mentioned as being significantly below the active fees. But certainly I countered with, take a look at the indexes here. They are really inappropriate for effectively what you want to achieve. The rebalancing of the MSCI frontier, after that takes place, 29% of the MSCI frontier index is going to be in Kuwait. Right. That is not the consumer opportunity which we as investors are trying to capture.
Right, it's one big country that looks like a holding group, really. But so the active versus passive debate. You're obviously an active investor because you can.
Yes, but not all active managers get it. Right. You've got to be on the ground in frontier markets. These are difficult places to do business. You actually need your portfolio managers to be based like ours in Nairobi, in Lagos, in Johannesburg, Cairo, Casablanca, Dubai, to effectively see the companies, look at the eyes of the guys who they're going to give their money to, and effectively do their due diligence, make sure that the companies that they invest in are the ones that capture this consumer opportunity.
That's the key thing. It's about that consumer, and that's really where Silk Invest is built around, right? It's really focused. So let's say in the next 20 years, we're speaking about hundreds of millions of new consumers coming online, right? You've got to find the kind of entrepreneurs who can actually turn that into a business opportunity. And these are not global companies, are they?
Sure. Well, by 2025, there are going to be 1 billion people in Africa alone, and that's 1 billion consumers as far as we're concerned.
That's enormous, and obviously, but I think that it's also, the consumption is going to be at a lower part of if you could say the Maslow pyramid, it's going to be like at the base of that. So what you really need to do is find the kind of entrepreneurs who can scale up fast enough to actually make money by doing this, right?
Sure.
And those are local companies.
Yeah, and it doesn't necessarily, when we say the consumer opportunity, it doesn't necessarily mean effectively just buying companies that make diapers and buying companies that are making sort of beer or foodstuffs and so forth. It can be things like cement. 8% of our portfolio is in the cement opportunity. You only have to look at these countries to know they need to build their infrastructure out. And cement is a very local business. It's very expensive to transport, and it can be produced locally. So to us, that's really capturing this frontier opportunity.
Wow, thanks, Daniel. That's very interesting. I think it's in a nutshell. We need to focus. We're 7 billion people. There's 1.5 billion people roughly who are making up for the economy. So this is going to become a much bigger space, isn't it? And I think you're pretty well focused on how to get there.
Yep. Well, we certainly way ahead of the crowd.
Thank you.